you all for, I'm glad I got here early so I could hear the sort of introduction to the day, because I don't know that you need me here. No, I mean, really, I'm really impressed by the work that you guys are doing. I was getting a little emotional just hearing about it because the culture here is pretty amazing, and a lot of what I'm going to talk about is maybe just making a little bit more explicit the types of implicit things that are, I think, already going on here. So that's for me really encouraging. I'm a postdoc at the Center for Healthy Minds. I was a middle school teacher before going back to graduate school. And what got me interested in going to graduate school is really trying to figure out ways to work with the kids that were struggling the most. Because what I saw when I looked at those kids was attentional problems, difficulty regulating emotion, difficulty like adapting properly from one environment to the next, difficulty in transitions, and etc. And my personal experience was I learned a lot of these types of skills through certain types of practices that I just was fortunate enough to run into over time. And the district that I was in, not that different than MMSD, I think at that time they were calling them 21st century skills was sort of the catchword, at least where I was now, you know, social emotional learning, social emotional competencies, basically the same things. So we had a new superintendent come in who was all about that, and we did all sorts of stuff aimed at developing these skills. But what became apparent really quickly was we could talk about it, but we had no good strategies for actually for how you go about developing them in kids. And so that got me interested in how we might be able to do this, which ultimately led me to go back to graduate school to start to study this stuff. So the title is Best Practices for Wellbeing, Equity, and Student Outcomes. So I want to frame this because you know, one of the issues with teaching is we ask too much of teachers. You all know this, right? And we keep asking more of teachers, and it's sort of like, on some level, it's almost impossible what's asked. All of the things that are asked of teachers can sometimes be just insurmountable.